Well, let's bring into the conversation now Mary Trump, who is the niece of the president, who wrote a book very critical of him that came out this summer and was an absolute blockbuster. Mary joined us before tonight's events at the RNC. She's been watching as we have. And Mary, we spoke obviously before tonight got underway. You had some very stark words about what you thought we should expect. What is your reaction to what you've seen?
Well, first of all, I hope you guys get hazard pay.
No, but we eat peanut butter cups while we were watching. We don't get billed for them, so I'm assuming that's our hazard pay.
That's a start. But if I'd been in studio, I would have expected one of your signature cocktails. Anyway,
I'm on my way.
Can we have one now?
Okay.
Is that okay?
I will hook you all up. Stay with me, girls.
All right, we're good. We're good. Well, nothing surprises me about what happened. But like all of you, I'm repulsed. I'm heartbroken. The monarchical feint and the bizarrely convoluted messaging. If you listen to Donald, well, let's start with Ivanka. If you listen to Ivanka, it's like she's co-presidenting with her father. If you listen to Donald, it's as if he thinks Joe Biden is president now, and we have to save the country from Joe Biden. But if the country is a place of division and decadence, as he describes it, then I would think that is down to him, as he is currently in the Oval Office. It was also difficult because the lies are impossible to keep track of, although, Rachel, you did a pretty good job. I couldn't have done it. But it was hard to focus on anything because I just kept, as a New Yorker who, lived through the horrors of March and April, I just kept thinking the longer this goes on, the more people that are going to get sick.
Yeah. The visuals of this event tonight, and I just keep thinking about, people I know in my own life who have elderly relatives, their moms in most cases, people I know who are in congregate living places or in, old folks' homes, and they can't physically be with them. And they have spent months now not making any physical contact with their elderly parents, afraid that they're going to die from COVID or die from something else and not have family with them. I keep thinking about the hospital workers who break down and tell us that the hardest thing in their lives is not being able to let family in to the hospital to be with a dying loved one because they can't because of coronavirus infection protocols. And I think about all the families that are suffering right now trying to figure out what the freak they are going to do about school and childcare because none of it makes sense and there is no solution to it. And it is because we are all trying to stop the spread of coronavirus. And they just put 2,000 people at that White House event, not socially distanced, no masked for hours, all screaming their guts out.
And packed
together. And that is a danger. But it is also, it's a kick in the teeth to every American who has sacrificed over the past 6 months to try to do their part, to try to save lives in this country, to see what they did. And to have that alongside all the lies about how great we're doing and how much better we're doing than other countries, I just... what you said, Mary, in advance of tonight's events about how you don't think he cares, that you don't think that the loss of life and the risk to life affects him, it feels true given what we've seen in terms of his behavior.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how anybody could doubt that at this point. But there were so many kicks in the teeth to so many different people. Joy mentioned the fact that Donald explicitly co-opted the People's House for his political party, which is beyond disgraceful. It was a kick in the teeth to peaceful protesters who have been attacked and provoked by armed militiamen and policemen who act like they're in battle. It's a kick in the teeth to anybody who wants to make this country better, because everything that has been said about what Joe Biden has done, wants to do, is going to do is something that they're doing right now.
Yep. Mary, may I ask you a question? Why do people follow him, do you think? Because the thing about Donald Trump in the past is that, you know, he's been able to have the Roy Cohns of the world fix things for him, or the Michael Cohens fix things for him, and sort of cobble together and get the media to go along. But he's now been able to get tens of millions of ordinary people to sign up for this. He got something like 2,000 people to agree to risk their lives. You know, this woman, Alice Paul, she said that she was told that she would only leave prison in a box. And now she's risking her life to be in a COVID super spreader event after getting her liberty. Have you been able to understand why people follow him?
It's a very difficult thing for me to do because it would require some objectivity. And I see absolutely nothing admirable about this man. Not one thing. He has no redeeming characteristics in my view. He's incompetent, he's unworthy, and all of the other things we could say about him. And I think it's going to require a panel of experts from every mental health field in order to figure this one out. But part of it I think I can get a little bit of a grip on is the fact that people listen to their leaders. And it's not like Donald's screaming into a void. You saw all of the people in his cabinet, all of the elected Republicans who are in that audience tonight. So he has so much support from people who are in charge, whether it's states, whether they're senators or governors or representatives, that I kind of understand that people who don't pay as much attention to the news as we do are looking to their leaders to tell them what's right, what's wrong, what they should be doing, what they should be leaving. And if their leaders are Republicans, then they're being told that Donald's great and everything he says is right and perfect. Don't wear a mask, don't social distance. You know, if you do, then you're a wimp who's afraid of an invisible virus.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.